Beautiful humans, hello, welcome to Do You Tarot. We are doing a pick a card reading for you guys, for us all, about our week ahead, the next 7 days or so of our lives, of our world. My name is Erica, if you're new here. I'm shuffling and I'm getting 3 cards because I'm going to be tuning into 3 different groups. So if you don't know how pick a card readings work, all you need to do is with your energy, with your guides, with your intuition, anything that's synchronous or significant to you, feel drawn to one of these cards or the other. And then once you know that, then you can head to the timestamp. It'll fast forward you the messages that are intended to be very helpful for you about your week ahead. Group 1, we have the Hanged Man card. Group 2, Two of Swords, and group 3, the Knight of Swords. Trust, feel your way, timestamp, fast forward. I'll see you there in your messages about your week ahead. Hi, beautiful humans in group 1. You guys were drawn to the Hanged Man card, so these are your messages about your week ahead. I'm getting one more card to add to the card that you were drawn to, because together they're going to show me what's the overall theme or the overall energy of your week ahead. It's the 4 of Cups, and I'm hearing the vibes of steadily or slowly unveiling and unwrapping what is significant or the course of action to go ahead with. It just feels like steadiness in the week ahead, because I feel like maybe some things or a lot of things, maybe all of these kinds of things and matters are outside of your control. There's something about how you need to go along with somewhere or something else. And there's something about how you're going to be aware of this week what they or it is going through, like a review board or something like that, or like college application thing or something. It's out of your hands, but you are aware that there is a process going on that is handling the situation as a whole. It's just, that's the overall theme, but let's see a little bit more with this tarot deck about specific things that are likely to occur, but it feels like quite a bit will be out of your hands. So there is this waiting game, an awareness game. You know that that's what's happening. And then it just feels like providing for yourselves and each other while you go ahead and wait for other things to come into an alignment, things to come to you, things to come through for you, about you, with you. Yeah. Feels like I'm feeling a little bit of your frustration or impatience right now at this message, because it feels like it's going to take all week. But let's look at these tarot and see a bit more about what's going on here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups, and that might be why there is a bit of frustration, because I feel you all, having done what you believe or you are aware of would be necessary or required to make or create harmony, cohesion, one surface level path forward for all parties involved. It feels like you guys were doing your all to make sure you were inclusive and cohesive and nurturing and caring and you know, forward moving. That's the bottom of the deck. That's Queen of Cups. That's what's building the energy of your week ahead. I feel the energy of you all did a whole lot to be very at front value. I don't know why I'm saying at front value rather than face value. At front value, like what you're trying to show the other in your situation is this is what you can count on moving forward. You can count on exactly these energies, these words, these motivations, these vibes from me. And you did it in such a compassionate kind of a way that I feel in your energy feel that there's an expectation that that would be reciprocated or that would be responded well to. But this is the week of waiting. This is a week of it's slowly unzipping, like in this Hanged Man, slowly unzipping to reveal the order that will be set in turn. But let's see a little bit more about this. We have the Aeon. Is that Aeon? No, it's Aeon. Yeah, not Eon. Eon would not have an A. I can do this. It's the Judgment card in this deck. And then we also have the 7 of Wands. And it feels like get going on the matters at hand that you have in your hands. That's the best way to say it. It's something about you're hearing this tarot reading right now. It's a tarot reading on YouTube. You know, it is what it is. There's always a disclaimer, like this isn't, you know, legal advice. Like this is tarot reading, but you're hearing these messages right now at the beginning of your week, at the beginning of the next 7 days of your life. So there's something about, okay, the matter is out of your hand in certain kinds of ways. You literally cannot control what other people think, feel, do, and you know what they're going to choose or decide. And if you would, that would fuck it all up anyway, especially with all this Queen of Cups kind of mentality and sentiment driving it forward. So what it feels like is, you know, you do you. You got you in your hand, what is right in front of you. This Eon card, it just makes me feel as if it's that kind of be consciously aware of what you are in alignment with this week. The Hanged Man, you're waiting on something. The Four of Cups is not necessarily following through or coming through, but this Four of Cups also does show that you do have like a friend in this goose holding the umbrella. You do have other people that you can do stuff with. You do have other things. This Eon card is wake up to the matter at hand. There is no other truth for you this week than what this is. So go ahead and be consciously aware of whatever you're waiting on is not fully in alignment this week, but what is in alignment this week. The Seven of Wands, fortify it, solidify it, work with it, heal it, hold it well, do it well. You know, it just really feels like if you have a whole lot of fire charged up for some reason in your life and you're not able to pour it into the cup that you would like to pour it into right now because it involves the things that are outside of your hands, pour that fire. Don't just waste it. Don't just let it simmer and build up, you know, like a pressure cooker. Use it. Use it for the things that you know are there for you. It's kind of like the times in my life when, I don't know if this is the best example, but I've really wanted to travel, but the alignment for all of the things that need to come together for me to be able to travel didn't come together. So then I did stuff at home and I hated it, but still, I mean, like I made stuff at home work well. I refortified everything. I'm like, well, then I'll work on this or this or this. And you know, it used the fire energy to make sure that all the rest of the stuff was going well, you know? I don't know if that was the best example, but let's see your next two tarot cards. We have the Ten of Swords and we have the Magus. I feel like something disappointing is going to occur, and yet you're not going to feel that at all. It literally, look at this Magus's face. Am I saying it right? Magus, or is it Magus? I should look that up. Yeah, magician. Look at the face. That's how you're going to... I'm hearing the words, it will appeal to you, that you have an opportunity to showcase your talents, shine, move forward in some kind of particular direction that might have an impact or an influence on what this overall major theme of what, who or where or what you're waiting on will be. But it just really feels as if there's something that will happen that will feel like on a different week or something like that. It would have felt like, you know, a calamity, or you're unlucky, or, you know, something happens and you're like, seriously, are you serious? You know, kind of a thing like where your car breaks down or something like that. But for some reason, because of this diversion or redirection or diverting of the energy that you got going on, you're going to be like, I'm ready for this. I can do this. It's going to be something like you need to cook dinner for 10 people, unexpected house guests all at once. And you're like, I've got this. It's gonna feel really good because I feel like something is going to assertively spring up in your reality that I'm repeating myself, but on another week you would have been like, fuck. But on this week, you're gonna be like, I've got all this energy. I'm so ready to take this on, and it'll feel great to actually solve something right now. This is the kind of vibes of, I know I've said this a lot on this channel, but I will make checklists, especially when I'm frustrated, especially when I don't know what things are not exactly in alignment. I can't follow through on everything that I'm predicting or projecting, or my objectives. So I make lists. And then when I can cross something off of that list, I'm like, fuck yes. Like, even if it has nothing to do with my primary objectives, I'm like, yeah. Okay, I feel like it's gonna be something like that, where you're gonna be like rising to the occasion, loving that the occasion even presents itself. Now I'm thinking of a better example. like when I was in college, I learned to change my own tire, and I was extremely feminist proud of that. So then the occasion, I think there were 2 occasions that I had to change my own tire. That's a 10 of swords. My car had a flat tire, but I was like, look at me with my skill set. I was proud. Okay, that's what we're getting the vibes of. Your last 2 of the tarot cards for something specific that is likely to occur. We have the 5 of swords, and then we have the 9 of swords. Okay, I just heard the words wrestling with your humanity, and being unsure of the outcome is going to be like a major factor that you're going to need to kind of acclimatize to, or take care of, or take part in wielding the sword of truth about. I just heard those words because there's something about how the waiting, I think that with these 2 cards, I think that is literally spelling out the waiting game is going to be torturous for you. Like when you don't have the answer, the 9 of swords, your mind will create all of the poisonous ones to provide for you. And then the 5 of swords, you'll commit your outcome of your situation into tragedy, or the actions of it's not going to work, or I'm going to lose out on this, or they're never going to get back to me or want me, or something like that. Like all your best efforts with the Queen of Cups to build something great is going to just not work. I feel I have this deck in my hand, and I'm so ready to get these cards for you. These cards, I'm shuffling 2 cards and I'm getting 2 cards, which what'll help with challenges this week and conflict, because I know already this is Mars energy, this is Venus energy. I know already you're going to need to lean on your crew, your resources, your tarot readers, and your tarot decks to kind of set that mindset well and set it right, because hopefully this reading is doing it quite well. Like it's just, you won't know until you know. I don't know, you can get a million tarot readings on something, but it feels like there are too many logistical things happening, logistical errors or potentials of that in your situation, to where really there are so many moving parts to this. Maybe that's not a good way of saying it. There are so many aspects of your situation that are genuinely outside of your control, and you wouldn't try to control them or that or it anyway, kind of a thing. That to predict this kind of an outcome is it's like, hold on, I'm channeling these words. It's as ridiculous as predicting a positive one right now. There's something about why you even predict. It's much more beneficial or fruitful for you all, group 1, to go ahead and just meander, just wander, just see what's in alignment. Realize that you're co-creating, you're co-working, you're co-collaborating. That's redundant. Co-collaborating. Ultimate collaborations. Yeah, so it's just like, it's not going to end in a tragedy no matter what. Like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is what co-creation is like, and it's not about like I win, you lose, kind of 5 of swords kind of thing. Let's see what will help with these kinds of conflicts and challenges. We have, you're a badass, keep winging it. It says, darling, don't you remember you're a badass, keep winging it. And it's the fairy with blessings, flow, magical energy. I feel like that is very much so talking about all this kind of firepower energy that you got with the magician and the 7 of wands. It's very much lean into how you can use the energy rather than snuff it out, stifle it, pretend like it doesn't exist. Filter it into your thoughts in your mind. Mind, create the scenarios for me, create infinite ones. Like, tell me which is the terrible ones. It's just like you can't control this. With all this power behind you though, use it, and that will help. It's like, instead of having it build up, instead of trying to snuff it out, and like it just feels like the 5 of swords is you trying to snuff it out. Like you trying to kill the dream, kill the fire that you have for it, kill your desire. Why do that? It just really feels like you're a badass, keep winging it. If this is the week where you don't get the answer, what can you do with all that fire so that you don't have to pretend as if you don't have it? Use it. You know, that's what we were already saying. Keep winging it. A lot is outside of your control. Keep winging it. Stuff will come up. You have this opportunity with the Magus to shine. So do that. I feel like, again, there's something about leaning into the blessing and the opportunity of the week ahead. And flow, just flow with it. In a lot of ways, the Hanged Man comes out when there isn't anything for us to do, as frustrating as that might be. And then your second of the cards, we have, love it, Spirit of the Tree, Nature, Priestess, Inner Peace. I love that. I wanted to say, I already said like the Venus energy, lean on those, people to support your mindset kind of a thing. I think I already said that, but I was waiting on these cards to see if they would. It says, if you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. Obviously go out in nature, do the things that all of us humans know help us feel like we have inner calm, inner charge, inner peace. Rest well, sleep well. It does say priestess, and I know I just dogged. I think in your reading, I have built up, lean on your tarot readers, and I also dogged getting too many tarot readings. There's just the right amount. I know that. As a tarot reader, I know that there's just the right amount of tarot readings, to kind of soothe, to create that paradigm for the future, to soothe and inner calm and kind of stuff. But again, this is the number 12 card. Your card that you were drawn to is the number 12 card. It's the Hanged Man, and it is about this kind of opportunity that you do have where there is a positive outcome that you are truly aligned with. It's true for you. That's the fire inside of you that cannot be doused this week. Do whatever you can to not douse it. Do whatever you can to hold the space for it and to allow things to unfold as they will, more organically rather than controllingly. This 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords thing, I feel like is your biggest conflict, your biggest challenge, is like what a mind will do to try to control an outcome. And again, that's not at all what your situation is talking about. The Spirit of the Tree and nature, it just really feels like we are a part of nature, humans, despite how much we try to pretend like we're not. But it's very much like things happen organically, things balance naturally in the world around us, on our planet. It is what happens. It is what it does. There's something about spending time out there, connecting in those kinds of ways that will really help you with this kind of, but I don't know, kind of a thing. But okay, I'm continuing with my spirit animals from last week. If you guys checked in last week with me, I started this and I want to continue it for a little bit longer, I think, because it feels so right. But I have a spirit animal for you guys for the rest of this week. It's your animal totem, and you guys have the sea serpent, which is one of the more magical animals in this deck. Let me find it in the book and I'll read you what it has to say. I think it's the root chakra. Yes. No. Wait, it's the sacral chakra. Okay, it says healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. That's your week. You are literally expressing desires there. And then the Queen of Cups is a lot of emotional power was represented in what is building your week, what is building your situation. Okay, the sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. We are very much so talking about desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. Oh my God, I love these animal oracle decks. Like, these cards are so perfect. Okay. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. I love the way I said sexually. The Magus. You're going to do something without fear, which another week you would have been like, oh my God. And this week you're going to be like, I'm here for it. Okay, we know what we desire most. You got it. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. That's the thing. Do not douse the fire. Not at all. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what, the waters of our emotional lives look like... Wait, what? no matter what they look like. Okay, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, which is Queen of Cups, very much. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. You have done that. This is a week to just kind of rest on your laurels in that kind of way. You've represented this energy quite well. And then it says the sea Too many words. I hate reading from the book for you guys, but I have to. The sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the Svadhisthana chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire and is associated with the water element. How interesting that I kept saying fire, and this is pointing, and sacral I associate more with fire and passion and desire, which is fiery, but we're talking about your watery fire. Svadhisthana, I butchered that, translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother or Kundalini herself. There you go. What a weird, I don't know if it's fire or water, but Kundalini I again associate with a fiery kind of a feeling. But regardless, we got you. How do you feel at the end of your reading? Do you feel ready for this? Do you feel soothed with more inner peace? Have I done my duty by you? Please let us know in the comments. Also, if you like this reading and if it has helped you and prepared you well, give it that thumbs up and subscribe so I can follow along with more for you. Links in the description of this video. There's a link to my Little Book of Tarot Spreads ebook if you want to check that out and purchase it. And then also if you guys want to hang and read tarot with me in the group, head to the link to find out more. We meet together over Zoom and we read tarot for each other. That's what it is. It's very simple. So yeah, that's it. I'm sending you on your way. Please remember we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi, beautiful humans in group 2. You all were drawn to the Two of Swords card. These are your messages about the week ahead. I'm going to add another card to the card that you were drawn to because it's going to show me what is the overall theme. Whoa! Or the overall energies of your week ahead for you. So with the Two of Swords, we have the Eight of Wands. And I already knew it. Oh my God. I already intuited it almost immediately. And I almost said it before I got this second card. There's a decision that has already been made about your life, for you, by you, with you. I think it's by you. Yeah, that's felt right. You've made a decision. You've come to that point where you're like, I set the wheels in motion in this direction. And this is a week for doing what comes afterward. Like as a result of the wheels now being in motion. The Eight of Wands, I feel like a whole lot of things might be happening very smoothly and or very quickly. Because Eight of Wands can have kind of both of those tones of what was jamming up the gears, so to speak, is now cleared. You don't have any of those, I'm hearing the words, any of those kinds of logistical errors in your way anymore. But Eight of Wands can also speak of things are moving very quickly, maybe sometimes almost too quickly. I'm an Aries. So I love quick, but also I'm a Taurus ascending, so I can be very slow. But it just feels as if it's like, hold on to your butts and get ready. Oh my God, that was a Jurassic Park quote. You guys drop it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. I watched that movie as a kid so many times, but okay. Anyway, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands is your overall theme. The decision has been made. No going back now. Here we go. Like literally that's the theme of the week. Here we go. Okay, I just shuffled. Let's look more specifically about things that are likely to occur in the week ahead. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Prince of Swords. This is you guys don't need to know this. I'm tarot nerding a little. And I want to tell you that this deck is a relatively new deck for me. I associate the Prince of Swords in this deck with King of Swords energy. I need to learn it a little bit better because it's a little more nuanced than that. But regardless, this is your decision being made authoritatively and kind of laying it down as the law of the land or like maybe with legality. Like you literally signed on the dotted line about something. So, you know, here you go. This is the change. This is where I'm hearing this is the profit or the profitability. That might be for a few of you. We got Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. house. Okay, so okay, there's your decision being made right there. Okay, yeah, so that's what's building the energy of the week, what we already said, but it just feels like mega authoritative, and I feel like it's abundance motivated, prosperity motivated, genuinely, not necessarily a decision that has been made by you out of shame, regret, guilt, harm, or any of those kinds of energies that have us feeling small. I think that you guys made this decision, group 2, out of an abundance motivation of I want to expand. Okay, I'm getting to these cards. We have Princess of Pentacles, and then we also have the Two of Swords. Okay, from that decision that you have already made comes a slew of a whole new different kind of criteria of a whole lot of other decisions, because you have newness in your making. So then here we go. I'm getting the vibes of you guys signed on the dotted line with a mortgage, or with your deed to your new house or something like that. This is moving week, and then these two cards are representing the list that you will make of all of the things that you need to get fixed, all of the things that you want to paint, all of the different furniture that you'll need, all of the fixtures, or the different, like, you're gonna need new toilet brushes, like all these kinds of things. That's my best example for this kind of energy, but very simply put, this week there will be a whole lot of, like, just consider metaphorically that there will be a list with a whole lot of little myriad of more decisions that you're going to need to make as a result of the big one being made. It's also like you decide, it's like you founded your company, you formalized it. Now there's all the decisions to be made of running your company and being the CEO, it's those kinds of vibes. Also with a relationship, I don't know, I love to do this with you all, just in case I love to be general, and I love you all to apply it to your life as it best fits. I know you guys are already doing this, but I love to give these examples. Like, if this is a relationship, you guys made some very big decision on it, but from that very big decision, like going to the next level, committing to each other, comes all these little new, fresh, nuanced ideas and details about what's possible. Like, now that you're like boyfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, boyfriend, or girlfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend. Now that you're some kind of arrangement, there are all these kinds of things of like, I don't know, what do we do with our time? Like, are we going to go on holiday together? Like, anything like that. Okay, your next two tarot cards, we have the Star, and then we also have the Three of Swords. I feel you guys being a little bit, I want to say the word burn out, but blown out keeps coming to me. Okay, hold on. What I see you all doing is you're going to need a refresher kind of activity or action to take, or a little bit of an investment in a refresher. Like, probably midweek, maybe toward the end of the week. I'm feeling like, the vibes of the 4th or 5th day of the week, maybe 6th day, and it's some kind of an action or activity that helps revive you and refresh you. And I think that that's why the words blowout came to me. Sorry. The vision that came to me was the blowout of, like, you get your hair done, and you don't even have to get it like cut or colored or anything like that. You just go to the hairdresser and just be like, can you just do a blowout, do a style for me, just because it feels good. And then I just laughed, like I did, like, because the other thing that I think of with blowout is newborn babies in their diapers. Breastfed baby blowout. But okay, not like that. Maybe, I don't know if that's what you're dealing with this week, but it just feels as if you guys are going to engage in some kind of an activity that's like refreshing in a very simple kind of a one-off kind of a way of just going to the hairdressers and getting a blowout just because it feels nice. Doing something like that, for me, oftentimes it's just like putting aside literally everything and going outside and sitting in the sun or going for a walk. Like, whatever it is. Also, for me, it can be eating fresh fruit. like cool, fresh fruit. Okay, so what is it for you? Whatever it is, it's simple, it's innocent, it's pure, it's easy to access, and it's something that you're gonna need to do this week, maybe because of the pressure of it all. Like I said with the Eight of Wands, sometimes things can move so quickly that we're like, oh my God, I'm used to things going slowly, holy shit. You might have a moment where you're gonna need to just like, you know, pause and have nothing to do. Get a massage, something like that, where there's nothing to do. Intentional meditation, something. Okay, the last two of the tarot cards, we have the Prince of Pentacles, and then we have the Six of Pentacles. I just heard the word thriving, getting along well with others, working together collaboratively on some kinds of projects, doing the, I think both of these are Taurus energy. Are they? Or is Prince of Pentacles Capricorn? Does it have it on here? It probably does. I'm sorry, I'm nerding out and I'm taking time for this and I'm searching like every little part of this card to see if it has the Capricorn symbol. Let's just allow that this is cultivation of an achievement for you. And you're doing really well with it this week. I really feel like these two cards are just expressing like overall, it's going to feel fucking wonderful. Overall, you're going to feel prominent. You're going to feel powerful. You're going to be very self-possessed and very well, very healthy. I feel like you guys are going to feel vigorous with a whole lot of vitality flowing through you and your muscles, your veins, your bones. And then the Six of Pentacles is I feel as if you're going to be part of a crew, part of a group, part of a tribe. There's feeling likewise as well. This would be your family members. This would be, you know, the person who you're just committed to that next level of partnership with. This is something about, I love in this Six of Pentacles how it has the different planetary astrological symbols. It has Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Mercury. I can do this. It's like all of these come to the table equally, all of these parts coming together. For quite a few of you, this is successfully setting up IKEA furniture. All of the things come together, all the pieces perfectly. You follow the instructions perfectly. Here we go. That's it. It's just things flowing well this week. But okay. I'm getting two cards for us, group two. Not that I feel like you guys are gonna need it, but it's what will help with challenges and conflicts this week. Anything that might arise that we might not have covered in your cards, because we are dealing with a whole heck of a lot of positivity for you guys. Really cool vibes here. It's feeling strong, it's feeling whole and healthy and vibrant and well. But let's check out, just in case, we have the Mystic. There is a reason you have those dreams. Intuition, High Priestess, and Visionary. I feel like a reflective timeout could help. I feel like don't disregard those practices of intuition that you've been, I don't know, I just heard you might be holding, or you have been holding at bay this week. I feel like taking a sip of tea, and I think that's significant. I feel like there's so much newness, so much thriving and bigness, and also practicality this week, that I think that some of those usual, more mystical, ritual, and, you know, sitting with a cup of tea, you know, those slower things might go or fall by the wayside. Maybe that's why this star and the Three of Swords, kind of the blowout kind of a thing needs to happen. Is like, don't let those completely fall by the wayside, or don't forego how they return to you some of this vital energy that you'll be using this week. So go ahead and lean into those kinds of practices. I had a day this week where I didn't have well, I always have a lot to do. I hit burnout like a couple weeks ago hard, but I had a day where I knew that like the most healthy thing for me to do was me personally sit with my tarot. And I sat with my little book of tarot spreads. I'm no lie, I use that book all the time. The book that I created. If you want it, it's an ebook. Pick it up in the link in the description of this video. But yeah, I sat with that and I did tarot for myself. Even though I have a lot going on, I just knew that that was going to be the thing to fill my cup. You know, that's what this card is saying. And then we also have liberation. Just let me be. And it's free spirit, wild and authentic. And I feel like this is just telling you flow with the benefits of this week. Again, the Eight of Wands is a liberation kind of an energy. And again, you all chose in that direction anyway. That's what I see with the Prince of Swords. And when I dug in the bottom of the deck, what's building the energy and the experiences of your week ahead is choosing in the direction of freedom, of who you are, authenticity, of being more less restricted. That's what Eight of Wands means. The restrictions have been lifted. Here you go. You get to move around. This card is saying, if you experience challenges, clenching up, or conflicts, just lean into what the week is. It's your reality that you chose into. It's manifested. Here it is. Stay calm, carry on. Ooh, that's British. Just like keep going, keep on, keep it on. I don't know what that is. But that's the idea. Is like just completely evolve your energy kind of, or like embrace the vibrational frequency of your week ahead and grow with it and learn from it and grow through it. Okay, your last card to finish off your reading. I'm keeping going with these spirit animals, your animal totem. Your spirit animal for the week ahead. I did this last week and I want to keep going with this as I don't need to tell you this. I'm tarot nerding out again. Sorry. We're going to be doing this for a while. We're going to end every reading with a spirit animal. Just letting you know. You have Stingray. How interesting. Okay, I'm going to look in the little book and read for us about that. It says, developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. The Stingray card represents a pivotal moment in personal growth. The moment has come when the Stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new. Yay! Decided the new is here. Challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the Stingray is too strong to ignore. When in balance, eager and wants to grow. That's the idea of the week ahead. You've already made the choice, regardless of those kinds of outcomes of, the pressure of the family and the friends kind of a thing. When out of balance, blames others, quits. That's not you. At this point, that's not you. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort. Again, this week might bring about those kinds of discomforts, but I feel like Stingray is here to let you know this is a backbone week. This is a spine kind of a week. This is you growing your backbone and expressing the world around you even more. This kind of energy of I am here, I am growing, I am expanding, I am real. And this week, it's the energy of I am fortified. I have a foundation, I'm solid, and we're growing from there. This feels really cool. I feel like the Stingray card wanted to come out to just say kind of like an Aussie thing of like, good on ya. Good on you, mate. That's fair dinkum. Like, you chose well. Like, kind of a thing. Like, really good what you've done in the recent past. Like, look at you now kind of vibes. But okay, that's it. I've done enough accents. How do you feel? Have we prepared you very well for your week ahead? You can let us know in the comments. Also do the YouTube things for my channel of like the video and subscribe if you want to. I did mention my ebook. There's also a group if you are a reader of any kind of divination tool, literally at any level. We meet together over Zoom once a month and we read for each other. If you want to hang out, sign up at the link below. Otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hello, beautiful humans in group 3. You all were drawn to this Knight of Swords card, so these are your messages about your week ahead. I'm going to add one more card to your card that you were drawn to because it's going to show me, interesting. Whoa, very interesting. Okay, it's going to show me what's the overall theme or the main energies of your week ahead. And I know immediately from your Knight of Swords card that you're hearing back from someone. Whether you want to or not. And I feel like it's this energy of tread carefully or cautiously with this energy or with this situation. Because I think that there's a matter of there's money involved. And with the Seven of Swords, I feel like not everybody knows how to handle money, shared financial interests in a way that isn't like screwing one person over. I think it's just kind of like exploitation is the order of oh, okay. Exploitation is the order of the matter at hand, and there's something about caution needing to be held as a result of that. Yeah. Okay. I don't feel comfortable. I'm like, I want to tell you something a little bit more positive, but it's like you're hearing word on this situation. You're hearing back from someone. It does have a lot to do with cost. This literally can be hearing back on a promotion. And there's the energy of like the company wants to like, you know, cut costs on labor and, you know, move to AI or, you know, the tariff war, you know, anything like that. And then you're like, yeah, yo, but cost of living. Like, you know, I need a financial increase here. Yeah, it feels like that's the overall theme. It's just like take care with your words, have caution with their intentions and your own. It just feels like be more collaborative in your heart and in your words and in your mindset, and that'll set this kind of well, or set your mind free of any of those kinds of calamities that could ensue as a result of the Seven of Swords kind of energy. But I just shuffled awkwardly while I was awkwardly delivering you your message, and I have cards. They're going to show us more specifically what is likely to occur in your week ahead. Bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Wands. That's cool. What's building? Oh my gosh, it's got... I was holding it in my... Hold on. I was holding the deck in my hand while I was talking, and I usually have quite dry hands, but because I'm nervous about the messages coming through, I'm even blushing right now. There was like a foggy mist from like the dewiness of my palms on the card, because I'm nervous giving you guys this. You guys are gonna live through this. You guys know what's already gonna occur. Okay, Seven of Wands building this week ahead. This has already happened. You guys have held up your end of the bargain. You guys have held your zone well. This is devotional. This is being defensive and setting up boundaries and barriers, yes, but for the reason of there are things that are true. My desires are this. I exist. Do not treat me poorly. It's those kinds of vibes. It's doing well with that. It's what is it? It's Mars in Leo. It's like, I know my worth, I know my value, and I will uphold it. It also might be you upholding the value for yourself and others. You might be like a representative of a group or a family, like you might be the parent, you know, kind of a thing. Let's get to your cards. Well, I sweat. I missed. It's not like sweat. I'm like, shake my hand, clammy hands. Okay, your two tarot cards. We have 10 of Pentacles, and then we have Ace of Wands. I feel like the idea will be presented to you in the form of some kind of like a positive outcome, like, and you're going to be connected to the outcome of it. Yeah, I just channeled all those words. As in I don't fully know what, I wasn't paying attention when words were coming out of my mouth. I was more looking at the cards. I don't know, the Ace of Wands, it feels like storm. I don't know, it almost feels as if this outcome is going to be delivered to you almost out of regret or anger or chagrin. I'm hearing that fun word. Like war and battle, and like you're going to win a part of this outcome. And assertiveness is the order of the day. This is interesting. Okay, I feel like everything that I just nervously said about the overall theme, it feels like straight out the gate, something positive is going to occur financially. Like holistically, that's 10 of Pentacles. Like an idea is going to be presented to you that you're going to feel like, oh, okay, well, that's quite an accurate representation. Maybe. Let's get more tarot. It just really feels like the 10 of Pentacles is that feels like, I don't know, I still feel your hesitancy. Like something, some objective, some plans, some kind of order is going to be sent to you, like in your inbox or something like that. And then you're going to look it over and you're going to be like, this seems as if it's like dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's of everything that I requested. It seems as if it's also, you know, taking into account what the other needs in our situation. Everybody feels like they're happy with this, but I still feel in your energy, your hesitancy. You're like, what are they not telling me? Damn. Okay. Because with this storm kind of energy behind the Ace of Wands, I feel as if it will be delivered to you in a kind of a way from other, as in they are making concessions and they're angry about it. Like they're compromising things that they don't want to compromise. And so then I feel like you'll feel unsafe treading on that thin ice. Ooh, I feel that in my chest, like in my heart, like my heart is scared. Ooh, okay. You guys, group 3. Okay, your next 2 tarot cards, we have Lust, which I think is like the straight, I mean, it's the Strength card in this deck, but it has a slightly different tone. And then we have the Prince of Cups. Okay. Okay. So strange. I feel like one party in your situation is like driven to achieve or accomplish in kinds of ways that you don't necessarily regard you don't value that. That's the best way I can put it. Like your values are much more aligned in a different traction, you know? You have other values. I think that like one party involved or the other in your situation, they kind of value like, please forgive this thing. They value notches on their belt. Do people still say that? It feels like it's something from my parents' generation, notches on their belt. They value like, you know, the prizes that they can keep on their pedestal kind of a thing. And I don't think you like that. And I think that some of that is pointed at you, but almost like don't like this and I can't help it. Oh, you guys are pushing me. Palms. I think it's pointed at you in a kind of a way where there's I hate this. There's a resentment, like almost a malicious attitude toward you, because I think that this energy, like they want you, but they're having to like work with you or appease you or accommodate for you in ways that aren't determined by their mode of behavior. I feel resentment, but it's stemming from the places of desire. So it's really corrupt and it's really creepy. Does that translate? Does that make sense? It's like they desire you. They have lust for you. And it is this kind of a tone of lust in the terms of lust is a sin, you know, kind of a vibe, because it's like you're treating them it's almost like, don't climb inside their head, but like I will for you. Ugh. But like there's something like if you go inside their head, how you are behaving with like integrity or purity of intention or 7 of Wands, upholding your values, knowing your worth, that frustrates them to no end, because it's like they know your worth as well, but the way that they behave and operate is if you are of that amount of worth, they have to be able to like dominate you or claim you. Oh, I'm moving on to these last tarot cards. The Lovers. And then we also have the 8 of Wands. Okay, an agreement shall be made probably by the end of the week. And I'm hearing the words, you should pursue the final charge up of the agreement. Oh, hold on, there were a lot of other words. It's like the final evaluate. Okay, you should pursue one final evaluation of like the kind of final agreement kind of energy that you and the others or other hold in this situation, because there's something that's going to be very long lasting in this. So it's almost like with these 2 cards, it's like work very well, work very hard to make sure that this communication happens, this expansion occurs, and I almost feel as if there's like you kind of setting the tone or forcing the organization of this, forcing this as the order to I feel you almost confronting the others about this or with this, as in like pressuring them to respond to you like in an orderly fashion, and following up on that, and being a little bit like pressuring and relentless on this. I think you know that in this week you've got a bit of a win here. Like you've got something that's like a win-win-win-win-win outcome. But again, my head, now I'm feeling this stupid kind of energy of a stupid, annoying, like mild pressure headache. I think you know that the way that the others think is that there's something about a win-win-win-win-win outcome that just pisses them off. Because I feel like the others want to win and a lose. I feel like they take pride in their accomplishments or achievements like that. Look at you. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. You have done so well. Like to set this week up, to set this situation up, you've embraced what you've needed to in order to communicate all this, in order to lead right here. It's going to frustrate people, so I feel like the follow-up needs to be swift, smooth, clear, concise, active, action, motivation, action, toward the end, to really pressure that the dotted line is signed. This is continued. This is where we're headed. This is what we're moving forward with. Just get that action going, it feels like. And you're supposed to like just really charge up to make sure that happens. Like we all review the final documents kind of a thing. Oh, the final thesis? Are you some of you students? Oh, yeah. Some of you might be students and you might be turning in something like a thesis or a dissertation. Okay, you might be dealing with your review professors and okay, not a fun time in academia. Yes. Oh my God, your whole reading has been awkward for me. And I've been telling you guys, but these two cards are what will help with challenges and conflicts that you will face this week. Where can you turn to and lean on? I'm just gonna put this right here because it is the Seven of Wands energy that you already embody. And I feel like you're occupying some energetic zone of it. So I feel like you have behaviors, you have status, you have an organization in your home space, you have living situations determined, and you also probably have a whole lot of provider kind of people for this energy surrounding you to protect you right now. Strength, boundaries, amulet. That's one of my favorite magical words, an amulet. Keep your crystals close by. If you have an amulet, keep it with you. Wear it at all times. Your energy is valuable. Protect it well. I mean, I'm not going to say any more about this because we've said it a lot and your guys are here like charged up with like, heck yeah. Actually, they're saying fuck yeah. I don't know why I tried to diminish the curse word, but there's an intensity of like, they are happy about this for you and with you. Like where you are at right now, where you stand in your energy field, lean into that. Lean into everything Seven of Wands like that you've built. All that kind of stuff will help you this week. And then your last of these cards is the Lover. Lovers, lust, lover. Okay. Wow. And it's the number 7, and you, oh my God, sorry, I'm like blown away because it's number 7. You have 7 of Wands and 7 of Swords. Aphrodite, passion, abundance. It says it is safe to surrender to the good feelings. I feel like there's something about what will ensue after the moments of this week. It's just sort of like put pressure on the motivations of others this week, because once all the dust settles of your situation, I feel like we're reading, okay, hold on. I know that with this card, we're reading into what is to come in the weeks ahead, the months ahead, as a result of all of this kind of fine tuning of your situation. Anything that is in and or was 7 of Swords vibration and what we were saying about the lust kind of energy in this week is not going to be there in the future. It's almost like certain people or certain times in our own lives, we don't fully see how win-win-win scenarios and outcomes are to our best benefit. If we feel resentful, if we feel revengeful, like how many of us have broken up with someone and then like, I hope they're doing worse than I am, kind of a vibration, kind of a thing. It really feels like this card is like, pull yourself together and into the tendency of the realization of the reality that you're setting into harmony and like this week. You're solidifying is the 10 of Pentacles with this financial outcome that is win, 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 win. I don't know why I'm including so many wins. even if people are being stupid and dastardly and whatever kind of a thing this week, and it's not going to be in the future. So just lean into what you know you can hold into your heart. Also, you know, you're going for that more abundant objective, even to the point where she's looking to the right, which for me is like the future. Sometimes when I think about it in tarot readings, she's looking to the future. She's looking to this protectress is looking to the past. What you've already done is setting you up well. The future is what to pay attention to. That'll help you with these climactic kinds of energies and charges toward you this week. But okay, I'm finishing off your reading. Again, if you guys tuned into last week, I did a card, a spirit animal for you for the week ahead, and I really loved it. It felt right, so I'm going to keep going with this. Your spirit animal for the week ahead, we're finishing off your reading, is elk. I think that this might be specifically very appropriate, but let me look in the book. Where is the elk? It is an earth sign. There. Okay. Stable, resilient, headstrong, and the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. That's what it feels like with the 10 of Pentacles. That's why I was saying like financial. Okay. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. I'm sorry, I got so excited because that's everything that we said about you with the 7 of Wands and the protectress. Cool. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values, even if it pisses off creepy energies like the 7 of Swords and this lusty thing. Ugh. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. That's what we're talking about with the lover in the future. You know, just pay attention to what the future holds. You know this. The world needs more elk energy. What? Nice. When in balance, supportive, kind, and consistent. Stay in that zone. Stay in that tune. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty, that's not you. I mean, I'm pretty sure that somebody is lusting after you, and that can make us feel like ego inflated, but I don't. It's not what I was reading in this. It felt creepy. It felt really, okay, to bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. That might be something that you want to do this week. I don't know. Like I was about to say, I do it all the time, or maybe I'll do it too. I want to do it too, just because I'm so creeped out by this. Like the things that you eat, take care with them, take time with them, conscientiously choose on a menu what you want to eat. Don't just rush it. Feels like it'll really support your paying attention, and I feel like your vigilance, your conscious awareness this week. Like, metaphorically speaking, anything you take into you this week, pay attention to it. And that includes the vibes, the energies, the words, anything coming from others as well. Entertainment, anything you consume, pay attention to it and be consciously aware of the decisions that you're making, okay? Remember, protectress, elk. This is perfect for you guys, okay? I really love this animal totem for you guys. How do you feel, group 3? We're finished with your reading. Have we set you up well for this kind of a week? Did I make it? Did I get through the awkwardness? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you like this reading, you know to like it and subscribe. I have 2 links in the description of this video. One is for the next group tarot. If you want to sign up for that, hang out with me over Zoom and read with me. We read for each other. That's it. Head to that link. And then also if you want my ebook, it's a little book of tarot spreads. I created this book. It has over 100 spreads. I love it. I use it all the time. I think it's a wonderful product. I literally do. I'm bad at selling it though. If you want it, buy it. Go to the link. Otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free. We are also all connected, always at the exact same time. I love you. One more time, pretty ones. If you guys were curious or interested in the decks that I use in this reading, here they are. I'm showing them to you in the order that I use them in. I never feel, there we go. I never feel like this fully shows up on camera, but yeah. Okay, there you go. I love you guys. Enjoy your weeks.